Sherry here from Skinny Minx, and today I'm going to show you how to make my super quick, low-cal banana meringue pudding. It's great for a snack, breakfast, or a late night indulgence, not every night. So I've got a bag of cherries, of frozen organic cherries that I've let thaw in the fridge. I'm just going to pour those into the food processor here. And then I have 3 organic bananas. Again, I'm just going to peel them and toss them in with the cherries. I don't need to chop them, I'll just break off pieces and throw them in there. This is very haphazard cooking, in case you guys haven't noticed this before. I'm not striving for perfection in my house. I'm looking for healthy, functional, and it needs to be quick and meet the macros that I need it to meet and satisfy whatever craving I might be having at the time. Okay, so 3 bananas and a pack full of thawed cherries. I'm just going to blend those up. What I'm looking for is I just want to see the banana get nice and smooth. So I don't care if it's a little bit chunky, but I don't want it too awfully chunky. So if I see big pieces of banana going around, I'm going to keep mixing. Okay, so that looks about the right consistency for me. And again, this is going to be one of those recipes that it's not rising. I'm not waiting for it to set even. The consistency doesn't have to be exact. It's fairly watery in there. But that is a-okay, because all I'm going to do is pour it into these little ramekins. And I'm going to do about maybe 1/3 of the way to 1/2 of the way up. I think I have way too many ramekins here. It's probably perfect. There we go. So just pour in the mixture in. And I'm going to set these aside because the next step is going to be making the meringue topping. So now that we have our bases done, the next step is to make the meringue. Because the bases were a bit runnier than I had hoped, my options were to either go in with something like the cauliflower flour that I like to use to thicken them up. Could have also used ground chickpeas, something like that. Or I can just do an extra thick meringue topping on them and then use the crunchy meringue after baking to soak up the smoothie type texture of the fruit. I think that's a really nice way to go. It won't add any more carbohydrates to my dish, and it gives me the opportunity to use more eggs, which adds more protein into my snack. It's always important for bodybuilders. What I'm going to do is I've got 5 little ramekins there. So I'm going to use 5 egg whites. I'm just separating out the eggs. I like to use the Vital Farms pasture-raised eggs. I think that they have a cleaner taste. I feel like I can taste the difference. Maybe it's mental. But, you know, I like the fact that my food isn't tortured. They're humane certified. And I want those chickens to be treated as well as humanly possible before I eat their babies. So, excuse my disgusting humor. I've got 5 egg whites in the food processor there. And what I'm going to do now is add in a bit of cream of tartar that allows it to stiffen up. I do about a 1/2 tablespoon, I would say, of cream of tartar. I'm going to do a small bit of stevia, not even a full dropper, like 1/3 of a dropper of stevia. A splash of vanilla. It's probably about 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. And then I'm going to add in my monk's fruit. I'm going to do about 1/3 of a cup of monk's fruit here. So it can be really nice and get a lot of sweetness off the meringue, but it's a 0-calorie sweetness. And just start blending it here, and I'm just going to leave it for about 5 minutes while it whips up nice and thick until I can see the stiff peaks. All right, so So we've got an awesome bowl of nice fluffy meringue there, and what we're gonna do is just spoon that on top of our ramekin of, really it's smoothie at this point, banana and cherry smoothie. I just finished filling up the ramekin. I get a nice tall peak on that because the meringue is what's going to soak up the fruit. Okay, it doesn't soak it, to clarify, it doesn't soak it up as it cooks, it's just going to crisp on the top, but when I start eating it, I'm going to dig the spoon down in and use the meringue almost like a bread to scoop up the fruit inside. So putting the peaks on all of our ramekins here, we're going to bake these in a preheated oven. It's only 375 for 10 minutes. We were just looking to get the meringue nice and brown and crispy on the top, and the fruit will get warm like a cobbler in the bottom, and then we will be ready to dig in. That's why I said this is a super quick, easy recipe if you have a sweet craving. And because I did 1 egg per ramekin, that's about 6 grams of protein. I could also have added protein into the fruit to thicken it, maybe a spoonful or 2 of whey protein, and gotten a lot more protein into this dish. So we're back with the finished product. Just check out how wonderfully decadent those look. You got the nice brown crisp topping, that's how you know the meringue's done. And I'm just going to cut in here with my spoon down into that nice smoothie center. It's wonderful. Really sweet and light, and again, it feels decadent like a treat, but all it is a little bit of fruit and an egg. So I hope that this was informative for you. Any questions, comments, feel free to ask, and check us out on our site, skinnyminx.com, for more information. Thank you, and have a beautiful day.